Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com, and this is Cuban croquetas. I'll get a little bit more specific. Croquetas de jamón, so ham croquetas. Essentially what we're doing is making a bechamel that we're adding ham to, as well as some Swiss cheese, so we can kind of copy that Cubano sandwich style. And then we're going to chill these down, fry them up, and put some good stuff next to it. A little bit of mustard, a little pickle. You're gonna feel it. I got the good ham, like that thick stuff, the smoked ham, and we're gonna dice it down really fine so that it fits into these little croquetas. So because the filling is made with bechamel, it's very creamy, which is great, but also you want some texture in there, and that's what this ham is gonna give us. We're gonna start this with 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Let that melt down, and then we're gonna add our ham and fry it in there. And then from there, we're gonna build a roux by adding some flour. Now we're gonna drop 12 ounces of this minced up ham. We'll let that fry up a little bit. All right, let's give it a few. We got some crisp on this ham now. Woo! Explosion. And that's how I know it's time to go ahead and add our flour in. So by volume, we're doing twice as much flour as butter, and that's on purpose because we need this thing to hold its form so that when we bread it and fry it, it holds together. So it's a little bit of a heavy roux as far as the flour part goes. We're just gonna cook that until that flour isn't raw anymore. Like I can smell it, it still smells like raw flour. I'm gonna let it get just a little bit nutty. And then we'll start in with our milk. So you see how that flour is coating all of those bits of ham? Once we pour this liquid in, that's going to start to thicken this into the bechamel. Start this slow. Mix as we go. What do you know? All right, so as this starts to thicken, let's go ahead and chop up some Swiss to throw in here. We got 4 ounces of Swiss cheese that we're gonna add to this bechamel. Again, we're trying to mirror kind of the concept or the combining of the croqueta with a Cuban sandwich. So we're gonna incorporate some of those ingredients from a Cuban sandwich, like Swiss cheese, like mustard, like pickle. I'm just gonna chop this up and we'll start sprinkling it in and letting it melt into the sauce. I've turned the heat off now, so I think we've got enough residual heat to melt down this Swiss. But you can see how creamy this mixture is, and that's what's going to allow us to coat it in breadcrumbs and flour and eggs and be able to fry it. But the thing is, it's gotta chill down first. So it's going from here to the refrigerator. We're gonna do some simple seasoning with this before we cool it down. This is the Cattleman's Grill Lone Star brisket rub. So it's really basic. We don't need to add a lot of salt to this because of the ham in it, but a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic is gonna go a long way. Parchment on the sheet pan so it doesn't stick to anything. I'm just gonna put all of this filling on there and then spread it out. What I like to do here is just get this kind of spread out fairly evenly, and then we're gonna grab another sheet pan, put it on top to press it. So as it cools, it evens out. So the one right on top, give it a press to kind of even things out. And I usually stick something heavy on it, like a can of pumpkin that I may or may not ever use, or like a Doc Martin boot or something like that. Here's a batch that I started yesterday. This has been chilling out. You can see that we've cut these into slabs, which is not the traditional way to do it. I mean, traditionally, like you would kind of shape it into what they call a cigar shape. But I've got this in mind for a dinner that's upcoming, and I want something that's not gonna roll around on the plate, so I've decided to go with a different shape. Basically something that'll lay flat, and then we can build texture on top of it. 3-stage breading here. We're gonna start this off in flour, just get it fully coated. Now it's got something for that egg to hold onto. We'll switch to our wet hand so we don't get this all gummed up. And then into some fairly fine breadcrumbs. So something finer than panko for the texture that I'm looking for today. It's as easy as that. And this right here can go directly into the fryer. You can let it set up for a little bit, or you can even freeze it like this and fry it later. Now we've got some canola oil heated up to about 350 in our cast iron skillet, and start dropping these in. Even though these were frozen at one time, they have come up to temperature as we kind of put things together. So they're not gonna take long to get like nice and melty on the inside. So we're just looking for a nice golden crunch on the outside. This is one of many ways that I use my cast iron skillet. This Lodge 12-inch is like my pan of choice. It's what I cook in at home every day. I don't have anything other than an egg pan besides these cast iron skillets. And this is only one way that you can use it. But it's an interesting way. Yes, you can fry in your cast iron skillet if you're being careful. But I also just sear my meat in it. It's a great way to get heat on a flat surface, so you can get a great sear on a steak or chicken or whatever it is. But at the same time, you can bake in them. You know, I've built cobblers in these and just throw them in the oven. This pan means a lot to me, and if you're not cooking in one of these, you should be. That's the golden brown we're looking for. Nice and crispy. Oh yeah, it's pillowy. So now for a little sauce. I'll go 2 tablespoons of Duke's Mayo with 1 teaspoon of Kozlik's Dijon mustard. Tippity top of the totem pole with the Kozlik's. Yeah, let's make it messy. All right, let's have some fun here. You guys have had a McDonald's hash brown, I'm sure, but have you had a Chef Tom croqueta in a McDonald's hash brown container? Throw a pickle on for good measure. Now for the taste. Dip and dunk in that mayo and Dijon. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so freaking creamy. Like, it looks like a hash brown or a cheese stick, but it's like biting into a cream sauce with a ton of ham flavor. So you're getting that smokiness in there. A little pickle bite with it. The acidity from that Kozlik's Dijon and this pickle, which is one of my favorite pickles. This is Dad's spicy garlic pickle from Homes Made. Those two cut the fat a lot. Now this, of course, is just cute, but sometimes we can be cute. What do you say? Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all of the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.